Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Ace Michael Show. The reason I say hey at the beginning of every show is because hey just doesn't seem appropriate enough. There's got to be more than just hey. You ever think about that? So that's why I go with hey. Listen, guys.
Like Fat Albert, right?
The Ace Michael Show. That gentleman you hear in the background, that is Mr. Brad Stein is on the show today. Brad Stein. Woo!
Oh, thank you. Self-applaud.
Hey, Brad, welcome to the show, buddy.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Much appreciated.
Well, let's jump right into it. Brad is an actor. He's a voiceover artist. You do comedy too, don't you?
No, well, I'm comedic acting.
You
but
could do
I can't-
comedy.
Stand up. I've had a lot of people say that, but honestly, that is a genre I don't know if I can do well. I mean, I have much respect for those people, so I would be a little apprehensive about getting up there and being mediocre or suck.
Yeah. Well, that would be in anything.
Well, yeah,
like you don't want to be
exactly.
mediocre at
That's
I don't
right.
think there's any call for mediocre talent on
No.
any level ever.
But that is like the hardest job, though. I watch a lot of stand-up comedians. I have a lot of friends who do it, and I just have so much respect for them. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to step in that lane. I'm a sports announcer. I do some voiceovers, like narrate audiobooks, the acting, that stuff. I believe in myself, but stand-up, I don't know.
What do you think of all these actors, quote unquote actors, who are people who just kind of like defaulted into acting because everything else fell apart? They're like, oh, well, since I'm homeless now, I might as well be an actor.
Yeah, you know, that's an unbelievable question that you brought up to me because it drives me crazy, and I'm trying not to be driven crazy by that. Because I've talked to a lot, I've seen a lot. Like, yeah, you know, I sing a little bit, but I'm going to go into acting. I think I'm like, really, you're just going to go into acting, right? I'm like, I've taken classes in L.A., in Seattle, in Portland, in Miami, and now I'm here in this area. I've done a whole bunch of infomercials, some theater to get my feet wet, and then I moved up. So you're just going to go in there because you were a hairstylist, or you were, like you said, a singer, or you're funny. Some of my friends said, well, I'm really funny. Everyone says I'm really funny. Okay, you're really funny. You think you can get up at a mic in front of thousands of people and be funny?
Right.
There's a big difference there.
Well, and it's like this. It's like I do very good at a video game simulation where I play a pilot.
Yeah.
That does not mean that I need to be going over to TWA or, God forbid, Spirit
Southwest
Airlines and try to get a job.
Oh, Spirit would take you, Ace.
You
They
think
take.
so?
Oh yeah,
You
that
think I got a
place.
shot with them?
Oh, anyone has a shot with them. That is a garbage airlines. Telling you, that's the most. I just had to fly them. The first time I've been on an airplane in 5 years, and I had to fly. It was so uncomfortable, and they're so rude. I said that to the flight. I go, "Do you know how rude you guys are?" So they don't.
Right.
care.
What did
so
you
horrible.
expect from a rude person? Did you
Nothing.
expect a different answer than
No,
so? That would be
no.
if you
my
accuse
fault, right?
somebody being rude, they got to answer you rudely back. They can't just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. What may we do to help you?" Like C-3PO.
Exactly.
You know?
I deserved it. Yeah.
So we were talking off the air about, I don't even know what to call it. Maybe it's really fake it till you make it. But there's just a lot of people who they don't put much thought. This is just my opinion. Like, if you're going to take this career on, whether you're going to be a music artist, a producer, a photographer, a makeup artist, fire eater, whatever you're going to do professionally, you got to be a pro at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even the sleaziest used car salesman knows enough about a used car to sell you one.
And about sales.
And they do know how to show up,
Right,
right? So all these things, like I had a lady one time, she was supposed to come in for a job interview with our studio, right? She calls me up. She goes, I can't make it. My boyfriend's on suicide watch. And I don't know what to say. I don't know if I'm supposed to go, oh, you poor dear, or there's the door. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Should we do this next week? Can we make a rain check or something?
Yeah, I mean, I had a guy one time. These are all Vegas stories. I had a guy one time. He showed up drunk, stinking drunk, like he smelled drunk. Showed up for a job interview drunk, and I went through the steps, the motions of doing the interview with him, and then and about in the middle, I said, you know what, dude? I said, have you had a drink today? And he goes, yep. And I go, well, you know I can't hire you if you show up at your job interview drunk. And he gets up from the desk. He goes, I know what you mean. And then he starts to walk out the door, and he goes, you know, if you're going to be doing job interviews in Las Vegas, you need to know that there's a lot of people here with drinking problems.
See, that was it. It's Las Vegas.
I was like, what?
We were just talking about it off air. The sketchiest people in the world are unfortunately here. And when you brought up the acting thing, they have no respect for us in L.A. In fact, I apply through, let's say, Backstage Actors Access acting gigs. And they were like, we don't really like Las Vegas actors. I'm like, well, I did start my career there. I did receive my training, but they have no respect for us because of these people. So that's why I get irritated, because they give us a bad name. And that's why people think of, oh, those Las Vegas actors. And it's like, oh, we're not all like that. Some of us actually have training and actually care.
But you've done a lot of projects.
Yes.
Was it hard for you to get projects off the ground with Las Vegas talent, or was it just as easy or just as hard as it would have been anywhere?
Yeah, I think it was just as hard. I think you just got to get your name out there. But once you get auditions, you go in there and you show them that, look, I actually know how to perform. I know how to prepare. I'm off book. I came dressed the part. I'm not drunk and stinking of alcohol. I'm professional. I'm ready to do my thing. And they're like, okay, this guy's good. Then you get a part, and you build some material. And now the last 3 years, it's been pretty off the chain. I've been consistent regularly.
But, Brad, you always show up to blow up. You know what I mean? Like, you dress well. You look good. I mean, I don't mean that, and not in that way, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying.
I need the compliments. I appreciate
You're
it.
tasty looking morsel. I'm just saying.
But
but so, okay, I mean, I'm not going to write you a ballad. I might sing you one.
Right.
To sing you one wouldn't be weird, but to write one for you would be pushing it, I think. That's a little gray area. But anyway, but no, you look good. You're fit.
Thank you.
Right? So you're doing all this for your career, though, right? Like, you stay
Everything
in
I
good
do.
shape. You keep yourself well-groomed, but it's for your show business career, right?
100%. But I do have a degree in health and wellness, so that's been my life. So I kind of took that, and then I got into this industry. I wanted to be a sports announcer when I was 11. My mom said, you have a horrible voice. You'll never be an announcer. Only ex-athletes become announcers. I said, well, I also want to, what else do you want to do? I said, I want to be an actor. She said, only 1 in 10 million people become an actor, and you're not going to be it. And here I am now, late in my whatever age I am, 40, and pursuing all these dreams.
You know what you and I need to do? Forget about these shows like American Idol and The Voice and getting judged by strangers.
Yeah.
We need to create a show where you get judged by your mother.
Oh, boy,
if you can make that criticism,
oh, man.
you know what I'm saying?
Mine's brutal.
Like my mother never had anything good to say about my career ever. No, she did. She fell asleep. I brought her to L.A. one time to see me perform live. She fell asleep and missed half of the show. I had to go from the club, pick her back up at my place, and bring her to because she fell asleep. That's what it is.
That's me.
I think,
my mom's like, yeah, you did a pretty decent job. I didn't like your hair. Why would you? And you made this face over here. Why would you make this face? I'm like, well, I was in character. And well, yeah, I mean, she's brutal. I mean, she'll compare me basically to all the greats, the De Niro's, Pacinos, all those. So when I guess it's a compliment. If you get a good could be like a great to other people, or a very, very good, something like that. Yeah, it's hard to impress her. In fact, I was just on the phone with my sister and my mother, and they were critiquing. I narrated an audiobook, a Mafia audiobook. So it was a real life mafia guy. And so they were just going over here with my accent and they're saying, it was really good in the beginning, but maybe a little over exaggerated, a little not consistent. I said, well, listen, I said, this book, I recorded it here and then another part of the chapter 3 months later because of mistakes they made giving me the book and my job and personal life. There were a lot of things. So it's not like I can just record the whole book in one sitting.
Right.
It was over a year. So things change and things evolve. But yeah, I mean, woo.
Yeah, and they don't understand the philosophy of faking it till you make it.
No.
Although you do get a pass with the moms, like your mom said that thing about your face.
Yeah.
If you just tell your mom, you say, "Mom, everybody was told to make the face." That's what the director said, and then you can get a pass. If somebody else told you to do it,
with
if
her,
somebody
though.
else really,
No, she'll go, well, I don't like it, and that's what she'll say. I understand, but I don't like it. I'm like, okay, you don't like it, okay, but can you just get to the acting performance? Did you like it? Did I look? Yeah, you look pretty good, and it was good. It was good. I don't like the story though. So then she rips their stuff.
Right. Meanwhile, Mom has won how many Academy Awards and directed how many feature films?
The Big Goose Egg. She's a great critique, though. But yeah, I don't know why I still kind of look for her approval. But I mean,
it has something to do with that womb thing.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think
you're still like attached, kind of.
Still attached. But you
see,
see, I got that thick skin, so it really has, I think, helped me in this industry. Because I mean, if you could take it from your own mother, like you and myself, then you could take it from anyone.
That's true.
Right?
That is true. Some of the harshest criticisms I think you're ever going to get in this career or in life will come from your closest family members.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they will just tell you something brutal
right.
and say it as if it's like, oh, you should already know that you're never going to make it at this.
Pretty
we all
much.
had a talk before you came down to eat while you were upstairs washing your hands. We all had a family meeting and decided that your career is never going to happen.
Never
Did you
gonna
know
happen.
that?
No. Do you know you'd be much better as a physical therapist? You really know the human body and you're good with people. So, yeah, maybe maybe you shouldn't do that. It's like,
Right.
okay, leave me alone. I'm doing all right.
And the funny thing about that is that the people who have made it are the ones that we talk about. Your Julia Roberts and your Angelina Jolie and Mariah Carey, and there's guys too. I just can't think of any names.
De
right now.
Niro's.
De Niro, Pacino, yeah. So we've heard about those people. So we talk about those people. But the failures that we know, we don't talk about. Like, what about Uncle Gino, who tried to be a doctor? He never finished medical school.
Right.
And then there's Paul down the street who never finished. He didn't pass his bar. So we don't talk about all of these other careers that people quit. The military guy we know who somehow he didn't get a honorable discharge. So all these things happen, but it's the show business people that they always pick on. Like, oh, well, show business. Oh, your Uncle Lenny, remember he tried to be a comic. You don't want to be a comic like Uncle Lenny.
He went from place to place, and he never made anything.
Yeah, remember all those dames he was with all the time, those girls, those broads? Come on, you don't want that lifestyle. And then he started drinking, and it's like, you know what? That shit could have happened to anybody.
Anyone.
Anybody could have failed at anything.
Yeah.
You can't make a litany of stories about failures to tell me why I can't run for president or whatever I want to do. That has nothing to do with me, you know?
Totally agree.
It's interesting. So, Brad, okay, so you got a project coming out? You want to promote something? You got something in the works right now?
I mean, I just did a couple music videos. Nothing really I want to promote. I mean, I'm doing a movie, feature.
I wonder how that
movie.
makes the artist feel, Brad, that you just...
I know, isn't it? It's like, well, you know what? Wait, let them come on your show, and they can promote their project, you know? Pay me more, and I'll print. No, I'm just kidding. I am doing a feature-length movie called Surfer Girl. So I am.
Oh, that sounds sexy.
It sounds pretty cool, and I'm playing the dad in just like pretty much like the trailer in the opening scene, and he gets. They're not going to show me, but I'm going to get killed and stuff.
Nice.
By do I get eaten by a shark or no? I drown, and then the whole movie is really about my daughter. But I have to come up with an Australian accent, and that is one accent I have never done. And it's tricky because I was telling this young man over here that I do a lot of British and Irish, and I've been working on that for over a decade.
But you haven't done Australia?
I never even touched it or thought about it until recently. So I'm watching. I was just listening to videos.
You want to try it out on our show?
Not really, mate.
You don't never want to do nothing for nobody else,
All
Brad.
right.
You're a self-centered son of a...
No,
Man, really?
I did the Brooklyn
Nah,
Mafia.
that's okay.
I did the
Yeah,
Mafia
you did.
accent,
You did that one.
Yeah.
We only get one. Don't do it. We only get one. Come on, man. We got to pay for more.
Well,
Don't give it away. You know what I'm saying? If you got the goods, brother, hang on to it. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, wait until you're casted. We'll cast you.
All right. I like that. That's what I like to hear.
So, Brad, how do we follow you on the WWW? We want to stalk you. You're a great guy. We want to be
Appreciate that.
fans, followers, likers, subscribers, the whole thing.
That's great because I'm new to social media. See, this is the whole thing. It's hard for me to brag about myself or talk about myself. That's why I was like, okay, I'll do it because it's Ace Michaels. But otherwise, I don't like to be really interviewed because I usually do the interviewing. But I am on
know,
Instagram.
right?
Right? I mean, it's actually strange for me, but this is fun. I'm having a good time.
It's kind of cathartic.
It is. It's really
I
weird.
like when people interview me.
Right.
A lot of people don't ask. I find myself actually inviting myself to get interviewed more
So you
than
like
getting
it.
asked.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, I'll tell
I
you a
would
funny
interview
interview
you.
story, though. You'll appreciate this. So I get a call from a lady, again in Vegas. I get a call from a lady one day. She's like, hey, I'm trying to reach Ace Michaels. I said, well, this is Ace. And she goes, hey, listen, we've been following your show for a while. We have an event that's coming up. And we're wondering if you would be our celebrity guest. And I was like, what? Yeah. Well, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, when is it? So she gives me the information. And then at the end of the conversation, she goes, now listen, Ace, you probably want to bring your cameras and your lights. And I was like, why would I bring my cameras and my lights to be the celebrity guest? She goes, well, you might want to walk around, take pictures of people. You might want to get video of people. You might want to interview people. I'm like, oh, okay. So you want me to be your video crew? It's basically that's why I'm getting invited, is because you need me to work the event. I got you. But things like that happen. But I don't get invited to do interviews that much. But when I do, I found that I kind of like that little sweat dripping under my pores of my underarm a little bit. It's a little thing.
I have it, and that's so funny you brought that up.
Because I feel your pain, brother.
I feel my pain, but I'm actually pretty calm today, so you got me on a good day. It's early.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't dealt with my son too long today, so I'm good.
Now, what is that like doing your parenting and your career at the same time?
That has made it really challenging. That's why. And then I got really sick a couple years ago. Not going to go into that story, but between the three of them, I have had to say no to a lot of jobs.
Oh,
if
that
I think
sucks.
it's like small or mediocre. Yeah, it's just sometimes it's just not worth it. But dealing with him, it's a lot because he does Brazilian jiu-jitsu, soccer, basketball. The kid's nonstop, always wants to go to friend's house. He's like an Energizer bunny. He's like me when I was younger. He's a gorilla.
What's
nonstop.
with Brazilian jiu-jitsu? Are you training this kid to be your security one day or something?
No.
What is he got a little? That's a pretty heavy skill for a kid to have.
Well, there is something called self-defense and self-confidence, and I like watching him do. He's pretty good.
What's his name?
His name is Sage.
You're like Sage. Have you done your math? Okay, have you learned how to kick the head off of this mannequin?
We don't do that,
bro.
They don't do that in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's all about takedowns, wrestling techniques, a little judo incorporated submission.
Oh
so
my
it's
God.
very beautiful art.
This kid's
going to
be dangerous, bro. You know that.
Yeah, it could be a little bit, but
the next John Cena you're raising here or something.
Johnson, maybe. But it's peaceful. It's like, oh, you don't mess with him. He's fine. He's a very sweet boy.
Now, would you let is it your only child?
It is my only.
That's cool when you only got one. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Really cool.
Good job on you, brother.
Yeah, I wasn't going another one. No way.
Would you be okay if he comes to you one day and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I think I want to be in show business." Show business.
Well, show business. Oh my God! I would say, Sage. I say you're a nice looking guy, but you're not that great looking. You have a horrible voice. You can't do this. No. Of course I'd be. Actually, he's been in a few.
Better not.
I would never do that.
Up.
I put him in a few. He's been in a couple commercials and infomercials with me.
Yeah.
And guess what? He hates it.
Really?
Oh, he hates it. He hates taking direction. That's why the sports thing and the jiu-jitsu thing, he's good. He could be better. He hates being coached up. He's horrible to teach math and reading. He hates it.
That's because he's too young now to appreciate women.
Wait
Wait till he gets a little older.
Oh, they've
and
crushes
he
on
realizes
him.
that, I could be a director and these girls will come after me like this. Oh,
there you go.
Here I go.
Yeah.
Here I go. Here. Speaking of directors, and this would probably be time is never our friend on the show. I probably got time for one more question. I'm gonna squeeze in.
All right.
So we found out.
Uh-huh.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we found out that Harvey Weinstein, Stein, Harvey Weinstein is going to prison for 19 years.
Oh, I thought that was over already.
Well, maybe I don't know. I just saw it.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm not. I'm not
years.
current events. I'm just ace. You know,
Right.
like for me, this is
too.
news.
Okay, it's news for me too. I don't know.
But okay, so he's put away for 19
Okay.
years. Okay, for his previous crimes.
Okay.
As an actor,
Uh-huh.
how do you feel about that?
If he's guilty, then I'm totally okay with it, which I'm sure he is. I guess it's like I guess mixed emotion over there, but I try to stay away from that dirty side of the business, and I try not even to think about it. And as you see, I come in here with a positive attitude. I'm a happy person until someone screws around with me, then I could be a little bit of a jerk. But otherwise, I'm really nice. I love this industry. I love the art. I love performing. I love portraying characters, and I love making people happy. Whoever my director is, I want him to like it, and that's it.
Amen.
I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to get along, and I try very hard to do that. I don't give a crap what color someone is or religion or any of that stuff. I just want us all to have a good time. I don't see why there should be a hard time. But yeah, I mean, that's an unfortunate thing that's in the business, and I know it's been there for a long time, and he's by far not the only one. There's been many of them. There's many actors who do that. I guess, I'm a little bit of a boring person. I never really drank. I never smoked, and I don't do drugs. I guess I'm just boring. But everything's been about health, nutrition. I'm boring. Yeah. But, I know I have a lot of issues, so if I did that, it would probably exacerbate everything, and I just really want to do this for the next 25 years of my life.
So, what I was trying to do, and I was trying to paint you into a corner. That's my thing as a host. You know what I was up to. Yeah. But here's the question in there is, could you work with somebody who had a big reputation that you'd already known, like Woody Allen?
Yeah.
Okay, Roman Polanski. Yeah. Bill Cosby. I mean, these are real things.
Kevin.
Well, what about even Alec Baldwin? Like, he did shoot this person. Yeah. It was an accident. Oh, yeah. But would you go on the set now with him and be like, hey, you know what? Here's your pistol, bro. Let's action.
I absolutely would, but I'd be apprehensive about
a little gun shy. No pun intended.
Not only gun shy, but I don't know if I would just say, hey, how are you? I just keep it professional. And I think I do that on set. People might think I'm a little standoffish or not that friendly, but I'm really like, hi, how are you? And that's it. And I want learn my lines, and then I have to now conserve my energy, and I do stuff like that. So do breathing exercises. People think I'm weird, but I got to do what I got to do to get through the shoot.
It's true
and do a good job. So yeah, I would just be, I guess, weary of these people, but yeah, I'd be okay with it.
But you do professional. Now, Brad, are you Jewish?
I am half.
You're half Jewish.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel like, this show business, I got this. It's Jewish people. These are my people. Hello,
it really
Shabbat, people. Let's go.
It really doesn't work like that. It's really not true because it hasn't helped me yet, and it's really not like that. There's a lot of different people in the industry. But yes, I understand all the stereotypes, but not completely true. But sure. If they want to take me because of that, but it would be a little bit more reasons than that. But yeah, I understand.
My mom used to say stuff to me like, well, aren't you out there in Hollywood? Well, Quincy Jones is out there. Why don't you go look him up and see if he can get you a record deal?
Maybe. Yeah, people think people think it's real easy. Yeah, because your last name because of this. Yeah. it just or the color of your skin. Yeah, it just doesn't work like that.
Right.
But yeah.
Hey guys, my guy on the show today, Mr. Brad Stein, not Stein, or Stein, not Stein?
Stein, not Stein, but either one.
Stein, not Stein.
Just not late for dinner. I'm cool.
It's Brad Stein. Rhymes with shines. That's what's up. Brad Stein is in the house.
It's like Frankenstein, right?
Oh, that's a terrible.
I was going to name my son Frank.
No, not Frankenstein. How about a big beer Stein?
There you go.
Don't do Frankenstein. That gives people a bad. You're not Frankenstein.
Well, Frankenstein's he was a cool beast. They made him.
What's cool about Frankenstein?
I don't know. You ever
can't talk.
You ever see the movie Young Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Pretty funny, right?
Well, that was a parody, but
yeah. It's a parody.
Frankenstein's not a cool monster, bro. You should have said maybe Dracula or something.
You think
Dracula's cool?
Oh,
yeah, Dracula got a cape.
Okay.
He drinks blood.
True.
Lives in a castle. He's a count.
Well,
so
Frankenstein,
he's royalty of some kind.
That's true. Frankenstein looks like he'd be a left tackle for the Raiders, though.
He does.
Right?
He does look like
right?
that. You're definitely
I'm
right.
A sports guy.
That.
So just remember, I'm a sports guy.
And the starting lineup for the Miami Dolphins.
At left tackle, number 69, Frankenstein. Like that.
And he all comes out.
Yeah. Well, but he'd be dumb. He wouldn't know what to do, so you have to kick his ass and show him what to do. Oh, am I allowed to say that on the air?
You said it. Okay. It's done. No worries.
Done.
What if Frankenstein? Okay, before we go, let's put our dream fantasy team together. So we got Frankenstein. We have to have the Hulk on there.
The Hulk, yeah.
And the Thing from remember the I can't remember the Fantastic Four. Remember the Thing from the Fantastic Four? We'd have to have him on there.
Okay.
Solomon Grundy from DC Comics. Remember him?
Okay.
You remember Solomon Grundy? Really?
The name sounds familiar.
Solomon Grundy was like this hybrid, like Superman thing. Like if Superman was on his very, 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 very dark last 12-step course.
Right.
That's Solomon Grundy.
Okay.
And he actually, if I remember right, he wore a Superman outfit. He wore Superman's costume, but it was like inverted, so dirty or something. We'll have to pull it up.
Yeah, he was a hybrid of Superman. Got it.
Okay, so we got those guys for our fantasy. Who else do we put on the team?
Batman in costume.
You know what? I knew you were gonna. I didn't know you were gonna do Batman. I thought you would never do
Thor.
Batman. I can't stand Batman anymore.
Really?
I've been just inundated with Batman stuff. Like we got too many Batman movies.
Okay.
Too many Batman remakes.
How about too many superhero movies?
Yeah, that's the thing too.
I'm not. Those aren't my kind of films.
They just wore us out with it.
It
was a cute thing at the beginning. It was like cool when there was one a year maybe. But yeah, you're right. Now everybody's got powers, every super thing, blah, blah, blah. But the Batman thing, that's a whole nother show because I got a whole philosophy of why there's too much Batman in our society.
Well, they should have stopped after Keaton.
You think so?
Yeah, I liked him. And maybe one remake with Christian Bale and then stop. That was enough.
Okay, so here's what I got to say.
I saw Terry Crews at the Dark Knight at the movie theater in Universal City.
Really Terry
cool.
Crews.
Remember Terry Crews?
Yeah.
He's so cool. And
it's sad we got to say remember.
Remember. Oh, he's still there. I mean, he's there.
I thought Terry Crews died.
No, Terry Crews is alive. He's alive and well.
Who was the actor that... I thought Terry Crews died recently.
No, Terry Crews is the guy with the big muscles.
Yeah, and he does his nipple tweak thing. Yeah.
Tell me
I had to touch my own nipple.
Well,
that was uncomfortable, guys.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe. I hope not. I didn't hear anything like that.
I thought that he passed away.
No, I hope not.
Huh.
Jeez, I hope you're not.
Oh,
breaking
you
news.
know what? It wasn't him.
Good.
It was another big black guy who was Debo, the guy.
Debo,
that
yes,
used to play
yes, from
Debo
Friday.
From Friday.
Yeah,
He was
Zeus. Zeus, yeah, he was a wrestler.
What was his name?
Tiny Zeus Lister.
Tiny Lister. Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah, God,
He was
funny.
killing it. He was doing a great job.
He was great in comedic roles, man. He was a scary-looking guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was.
He was a wrestler. That's why they called him Zeus. He wrestled against Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
In the 80s. That didn't last long, but I remember that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
This is the longest show to close that I've ever had. Okay, we're done, guys.
We're done.
Hey, man, it's Brad Stein,
Yes.
not like Franken,
Okay.
but like beer.
Beer.
Stein.
Gluten-free. Yep.
Okay, and he's awesome. Make sure you check him out anywhere you see his name around town. Get yourself
Instagram.
there.
We forgot to give the Instagram. Okay.
Okay.
It's Mr_Brad56. Yeah, Mr_Brad56. I'm new to social media. I'm just doing it. I'm posting now.
So you mean to tell me there were 55 other guys that were Mr. Brad before you could get that ID?
Well, either that or he could be my favorite football player's number.
True that.
Yeah.
True that. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this has been the show. Make sure you follow us, share, and like. I don't have to tell you that. You do it anyway, and I appreciate you for doing it. And you know what I say at the end of every show? Live the life you love the life you live. Thank you.